I welcome you all for this lecture series in Principles of Management. And today we are going to discuss a important topic, that is span of management. Let us go into the topic. So what is span of management? The number of subordinates a manager can efficiently and effectively manage, also known as span of control, directly influences the organization structure. So we have two spans of management. One is narrow span, another one is wide span. A manager supervises large number of employees, flat organizational structure, we call it as wide span. And the narrow span is a manager supervises a small number of employees, tall organization structure. So that is narrow span. So we will take example of flat structure and tall structure. So for example, Tata Consultancy Services is a big organization that controls all the people through Tata Administration Services. So for example, Tata Administration Services is a group of MBA graduates which are being managed by a leader, and this Tata Administration Services selects employees from IIM. So to manage narrow span and wide span, these people plan accordingly and then they manage the total network. So factors influencing span of management: nature of work, routine versus completed task. So routine is nothing but every day what we plan and then do versus how much task is completed. This again influences the span of management. Managerial capacity, experience and ability to manage more people, and the leader who is going to manage the team should have enough experience and ability to manage large number of diversions, large number of problems, and large number of tasks. So this comes from an experienced guy. So like we will take example of CEO of Google, Sundar Pichai. He has the ability to manage the biggest organization in the world. Subordinate expertise, more skilled subordinates requires less supervision. This is very, very important in efficient management. Like whenever you choose a subordinate and the subordinate skill is more, he can take decisions on his own. So will requires less supervision, and the loyalty of every subordinate is very important. Honesty, loyalty, and character, all the points like this is very important for the subordinates, and they will be highly skilled if they have all these characteristics, and they require less supervision and they can be removed from the supervision list so that they are self-supervised and they will perform their duties very, very efficiently. So the next point is geographic proximity, location of team members. When they have a closer location, we have a wider span. So advantages of span of management. So wide span of management will have faster decision making, cost efficiency, and increased employee autonomy, more communication between levels. So let us see one by one. Faster decision making. So whenever there is a problem, we have fewer managers to decide, and they themselves are empowered to take decisions faster way, so that the decision making process is very fast. Every outcome of any management task is related to how fast you are taking decisions. The second one is cost efficiency. So fewer managers requires fewer salary. So the cost is reduced in terms of salary and the efficiency is higher. Increased employee autonomy. So every employee is given empowerment to decide what they want to do. And this wide span of management is providing autonomy to every employee and more communication between levels. So the interaction or the information exchange between the levels is more in terms of widespread management. What are the disadvantages? Overloaded managers, lack of close supervision, potential for communication breakdowns. These are all the certain disadvantages of widespan management. And advantages of what narrow span management is the opposite of widespan. That is closer supervision, better communication, more managerial support for employees. These are all the advantages of narrow span, and we have still disadvantages, that is overloaded managers, lack of close supervision, potential for communication breakdowns. So in the conclusion, we have the span of management impacts organizational structure and effectiveness. The optimal span depends on various factors like nature of skills, skill of subordinates, and managerial capacity. This is how the span of management is understood. I hope you found some informative informations in this lecture. Thank you.